Knicks going for 4 in a row. The Road Warriors going for 4 in a row against Ja Morant and the red-hot Memphis Grizzlies, man. Second best overall record. Short-handed Knicks team going in there, and they hung tough, man. Give them credit. Julius was playing like a man possessed. Knicks were going there with a 15-point lead at one point in the second half, man. Just playing very well. But in the fourth quarter, man, this team just ran out of steam a little bit. And Memphis was able to turn the tides on them. Knicks scored 40 points in the third, only 18 in the fourth. Untimely turnovers, and, Memphis had Ja Morant, and that's all she wrote, man. 118, 114. Well, there's no moral victories, right? We don't really do moral victories on this show, but I'm not that mad at this one. We're undermanned. No Cam. Cam went home, shut down with the shoulder injury. Severely undermanned. No Obi again in this game. And again, I thought despite a slow start in the beginning, this team fought. This team fought and had a monster third quarter. Give Julius credit, playing like a man possessed since, certain fiasco happened earlier this week. So he's certainly playing motivated. 36 points, 12 boards, 6 dimes, 2 steals, 2 blocks for Julius. And I thought, the difference, again, I think he carried over the aggressiveness from that Dallas game and playing inside out, really attacking Jaren Jackson, attacking Brandon Clark, and just being pretty much a force in the paint. But in the fourth quarter, they really rendered him useless out there. Didn't score. I don't think he scored at all, or maybe in garbage time. So I thought that was a big turning point. Give Blockness Monster a lot of credit. I thought Mitch had another monster game, which was a big reason why we took that big lead in the third. 10 points, 16 boards, 4 dimes, 3 steals, 4 blocks for Mitch. Another solid outing for him. Give that man his money. I thought he was very impactful for us tonight. So slow game for RJ. Not the best shooting night. 9-25 from the field, 23 points. But, still had his moments in that second half. Like I said, man, I think we just ran out of gas. I think a big turning point in that game was with about 9 minutes left in the fourth. Mitch had picked up his 5th foul. Taj comes in. He picks up his 6th foul right away. It was that Grandpa Simpson meme that we always see on Twitter. And then you just had cascading turnovers, man. Knicks had 6 turnovers in the fourth. And that plays right into the Grizzlies' hands.
Tough loss because, for a moment there, I was even the broadcasters were shocked. The Knicks.
Yeah.
The Knicks looked like a team that was not at the end of a road trip.
Facts.
They looked like a team that, caught the Memphis Grizzlies, by surprise a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought up until the fourth quarter, the Knicks were the more physical team.
For sure.
They were the more aggressive team, and they played well. And I thought for the most part that was one of the biggest takeaways for me in terms of the way they defended Ja. I know Ja had a 30-point game, but it took 33 shots to get there. And he was frustrated for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He picked it up there late. But I actually like the way the Knicks played Ja Morant. The Knicks were up 96-81 with a minute remaining in the third.
Yeah. And
then from that moment, the game ended in a 37 to 18 run. And the Knicks now they have 4 losses. You talk about the playing CP, you talk about how every game is important. Now the Knicks have 4 losses when leading by at least 9 points entering the fourth quarter this season. That's the most in the NBA. So that's 4 games right there. You're leading into the fourth. Only the Knicks have the most blown leads going into the fourth in terms of not finishing the game with a win. So, those are the small things that change your season as you're heading down to the final stretch. it was tough. It was tough, but I'm not too upset about it. You
Nah,
know,
man.
they played well. They played well. And I mean, of course, we can always, nitpick at certain, substitutions. We can nitpick at efficiency. Julius Randle 11 of 27. You can look at RJ 9 of 25.
The game tonight, I feel like there are a few things that I noticed off rip that
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to shout out. One, there were two plays back to back in the first quarter. One was Julius was posting up and RJ was wide open in the corner, waving his
Mm-hmm.
hands,
Mm-hmm.
and Julius decided to go up for it himself. Then right back now, they're on a transition, they were in a transition, and Julius was wide open, trying to get a alley, and RJ said, "Nah, I'm just gonna go right up with it."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then right after that, I would shout out Tibbs for saying, "All right, I need to pull one of them." And right after that, he ended up pulling Julius. I think Tibbs realized tonight is the night where we need to stagger their minutes because playing together, they kind of bump heads a little bit. And I think RJ is getting into his head now to know like, yo, I'm not gonna just give up to Julius and let Julius do what he does. Like I'm gonna start here too. And I think we're starting to see that a little bit. And it may get to a point where it's counterproductive for the team. So I think that's one thing they definitely got to pay attention to. Like they're great, they're both great players,
Yeah.
but together on the team on the floor at the same time, it's just like it's
Yeah.
not enough basketballs.
And the thing is like, and again, I don't know, when they're going into these things, is the coach running play specifically for one over the other, or is it kind of, read react situation where if the guy has the ball, he's going to try to make a play. But it just seems like in the last few games, Julius is really starting to, snatch the reins a little bit. And RJ's
Mm-hmm.
now kind of taking that secondary role. And I thought today he was very much out of sync. Now, he wasn't hitting his shots, even the wide open ones. He just didn't seem like he had it together. He was still patient, but just didn't have it overall in his bag. But it just seems like, Julius is kind of taking over the offense again. So, going to be very interesting to see how things transpire. But as you said, I agree. They should definitely continue to stagger their minutes so that RJ gets those features and also helps the second unit with scoring because he's going to be desperately needed.
Tough loss. I was hoping we could push the streak to 4 games. That obviously didn't happen. But at the end of the day, I'm not that disappointed just because we played with effort. We showed heart. We had a good lead there. We couldn't really close out that third quarter with the momentum we had. We kind of just squandered it a bit. You could see the momentum started shifting. John Morant started talking more trash. Going into the fourth, Jaren Jackson was a beast. And that's pretty much all she wrote. But like I said, I'm just happy we fought. We made it a game. We didn't get blown out. We stood toe to toe against one of the best teams in the NBA. And like I said, I was kind of hoping the tank would be put on hold a little bit, but that didn't happen. So the tank commanders are happy. They're celebrating tonight. What's his name? TM, Ari from Manhattan, and Jay from Florida. I heard they were streaking on 7th Ave, celebrating the tank is back. They're celebrating the championship. The tank is on. They're happy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I hope we come out with the same intensity against the Nets. We're due a win. We're due a win against the Nets. I actually don't remember when was the last time we beat them, but we're due a win.